doesn't help me. Okay, sorry it's shaky. I'm holding my mobile up because I still haven't gotten my laptop back. And I was listening to stuff and I felt like I had stuff to say, but I don't, I kind of lost it now. Like, my, mental fatigue happened, and I'm not exactly presenting this with the confidence that I just, wrote it down with. Like, as I was having it, it felt, important, and I should share it, but, now I'm, I'm not equipped to do this. And also the sun is going down, because I slept till 5 today. But I was thinking that addiction is really unawareness. And that must mean that to not be addicted would be choosing awareness. And I was thinking, why wouldn't someone want to be aware of, where their thoughts are coming from, and, their motivations and other people's motivations, and how is the world, how is life unfolding to teach you things about yourself, right? Why wouldn't someone want that? And, and then I had a thought, it's it seems like awareness almost always first addresses fear. If you're examining, why you are choosing to not be aware, it is usually because there is fear of something. So really, at the root of all addiction is unawareness, but the reason for choosing unawareness is almost always fear. That seems to smack people in the face. It's well, I'm drinking to be more social, and drinking to deal with social anxiety. That's, fear of how you're perceived, fear of not fitting in, of not belonging, of not being valued. So, I swear my face did not itch this much a second ago, so that's happening. So really, it may be that our choosing to be addicted is really an expression of our aversion to fear. And the thing is, we'll admit to being angry, or anxious, but at the root of those feelings is fear. So many of us are almost afraid to admit we're afraid, right? That's not something that we want to do. We don't feel confident admitting that we experience fear. We don't feel good about that. Maybe we feel like other people don't experience fear, or this is really, it's too low. or don't experience to the degree that we do. But that shame energy, that's fear, isn't it? That's fear. And then the thing is that fear and love are at total opposite ends of the spectrum. There's no higher vibration than love, and there's no lower vibration than fear. So, yeah, those are thoughts that I had. Probably not revelations, or I was going somewhere with this, and then I just kind of I don't know what happened. I don't know where I'm going, kind of. But then I was thinking that my hand is covering my camera thing. That anxiety and anger are almost like opposite expressions of doubt. Like anxiety is doubt in yourself, or fear. Doubt and fear, kind of the same thing, right? Doubt, anxiety is doubt in yourself, and fear is the result in distrust of your external reality. So anxiety is internal fear, and anger is external fear. Nothing takes us out of our present moment quite like fear does. And fear has a sort of a more has quite a grip on us, because there are primal applications of fear. Fear is a tool that we utilize for our survival. Is where we have utilized that for our survival, right? And so the physical being comes into fear, and boy, you know when physical being comes into fear, you get sweaty and shaky, and I think maybe that physical being doesn't so wholly connect to love energy like it does fear, maybe. And I think that the physical, to us very much, the physical expression of love is confused with another very primal instinct to procreate. We are wired to survive. We are wired to multiply. And like sorta kinda like, are we wired to love? I'm not so sure. I think that might be like what we're reaching for, and that anxiety is how we check out, how we don't learn how to love ourselves, and anger is how we don't allow others to love us, maybe. Like, where am I going with this? There's no light in here either. Okay, so yeah, that was, I slept till 5 today. I was up till like 8 probably. I took a couple of promethazine because they help me sleep. I don't have any oxycodone, and haven't really needed it since my last outing, so that's really cool, but I have been taking promethazine to sleep. Since I'm out of oxy and I have promethazine, is like, it does help me sleep, and sleep is really important, so, I'm like doing that. And so I probably slept like 7:30 or 8 to 5, and only 5 because that's when my cat decided to wake me up. Grim decided that 5 was enough sleeping for me, and I needed to get up to do nothing. Absolutely, yeah, that was pretty much it. But what I did do was listen to I want to say Matt Kahn, and a raising vibration video, and I really related to that. His message was, well, I'll just tell you for me, that I figured this out, and then have now seen it reflected in this Matt Kahn expression towards raising vibration and being spiritual. But how I figured this out is that I am not going to get my body to the weight that I want it to be by hating it. It's only by loving it as it is now that I'm going to love it enough to not damage it and to not put toxins into my ailing physical self, and consume things that I am allergic to, which then causes inflammation, which is acne. But so it's only by accepting where I am and loving myself now that I would ever be able to achieve that goal that I have in mind for my future. That I want to be thinner, I need to get my weight down, and I want to be healthier. I want to feel better. Well, I have to feel good about my physical vessel now, otherwise I'm not going to be taking care of it. So, he was talking about how, you know what you need to do to be more spiritually aware, to raise your vibration. You know what you need to do, for the most part. If you're on a path of spiritual awareness, you know what the steps are, but you're not taking them. And that's because you're actually, we are going, oh, I know that I should be doing this, but that's we're getting down on ourselves. We're being well, I'm not doing that, though. I should be doing it, but I'm not doing it, and I know what I should be doing, so I don't think so highly of myself. And, so you see how, we're not being our, awesome self. We're not operating from heart, from spirit, and we're well, I know that I should be doing this, and I know that I should be raising my vibration, but I'm not. But in order for you to effortlessly embrace those things that you need to do to raise your vibration, you need to raise your vibration. So, it sounds like a bit of a catch-22, but really it's pretty simple. It's you're not going to, setting this goal. Nope, I don't know where I was going with that. I think I did for a second, and then I just completely lost it. Well, but it does make sense. You believe me, right? You believe me? 'Cause you have to, for you to raise your vibration at all, you have to be love. That's how you do. That's how you do. And that's love for yourself, and love for your external, love for the world, love for everything. And sometimes love, that expression is just best an appreciation. Just I understand that this is happening for a reason, and I may not know that reason, but I appreciate that it is there, and so I accept this, and like love your, you know, where you are in life and where you are in your journey. And so I just feel like really like derpy now, like I just feel really derpy now, like oh my god, like I live like this, like I'm making this video, like being like, am I in the camera? Like that's like literally the first that I've seen my reflection today, so I'm a little like, oh no. And I, you know, it's probably like 6:45 now.